Luna, we're gonna take a look at your favorite coin today. It's called XRP. Do you know what coin that is? Give me a howl! Ow, ow! Give me a long one. Everybody loves the long ones, Luna. You want to give me a long one or a short one? Ow, ow! Luna, give me a long one. The howls. We want to hear the howls. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Ow, ow! There you guys go. She got a long one, okay? She gave you guys a long one. So good morning, everybody. I am in the mood to trade today, okay? I'm in the mood to trade while doing lots of technical analysis, and I want to let you guys know my thoughts on some of my positions that I will be taking. You guys can take the information however you wish, right? I'm not a financial advisor in any way, like I always say. If you guys enjoy these videos, I'd really appreciate an upvote on Steemit. You guys should check out the community. It's awesome there. And make sure you also like, subscribe, and share to these, make sure you like, subscribe, and share to these videos and on Twitter as well. I post a lot of good content on there. I like to take feedback from the community. I like to follow up on coins that I've done TA on. I don't just shoot for the moon and then just ignore it for a long time, right? So gotta hold yourself accountable in some way. So Ripple has been very interesting for the past few days since we hit rock bottom there at about 85 cents, right? And now it's doing this kind of thing. If you guys caught my quick update in the morning there with Bitcoin, you'll notice that I called out a consolidation right there in an ascending triangle. And if we actually look on the 15-minute chart here as well, we're going to clear up everything. So we've counted 5 waves coming down here, okay? I just want to be clear about that. We've counted 5 waves pretty much coming down like that, or it could be some sort of ABC that could have been entirely wrong. But either way, we have retraced to a very respectable amount right now. You know, and we're bouncing off of the 786 fib region, and now we're hovering between the 0.5 and the 618 region. So now for the traders out there, and I think that there are a lot more traders out there than there are investors who hold extremely long term. So I will be gearing it mainly, like I mentioned earlier this year, towards swing positions. So I think I want a star, guys. So Ripple's like, hey, Ripple's always like, you know, following Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's like, hey, Ripple, what are you going to do today? And then Ripple's like, I don't know, Bitcoin. I think I'm just going to go down. Like, if you go up, I'm probably going to go down. And if you go down, I'm probably going to go down with you. But I will go up, like, at sometimes, you know, just like random times. Is that cool with you, Bitcoin? Then Bitcoin's like, yeah, guys, you can do whatever you want, Ripple. But just so you know that I'm the boss and you're the biatch. Okay, guys? So that's kind of how Ripple is, right? Ripple's like the little biatch of Bitcoin. That's why it's really important to always take a look at Bitcoin. You got to follow Bitcoin to know what Ripple is going to do. And it does have a mind of its own sometimes. Like when Bitcoin was consolidating, Ripple was still on a tear, right? I haven't had my morning coffee yet, and I'm feeling good today, guys. Like, I'm in the mood to trade. I already made a quick scalp on EOS from like 55 cents to $1.20 on like 300 coins. Sure, I'll take $60 profit. No problem at all. That was a good little scalp there in 7 or 8 minutes. So here, guys, what we see right now is we see Bitcoin doing this, no doubt about it, right? I mean, Ripple. So we see on a 30-minute chart here, on a 50-minute chart, it's much more visible. Okay, we see it trying to break this critical resistance, but never successfully closing above it. And we can call this point right here about 168. That's a pretty key point right now. And now what we see is we see it kind of wedging into this pattern, right? Where it goes along the 55 EMA there. So this is one way we can look at it, right? We can look at it like that as well. However, either way, it is forming a wedge type of pattern in here. This is what we need to watch out for. And I am watching intensely for this right now to see if it's going to break. I'm basically choosing this point, which is the 55 EMA right here. And I'm choosing where the 55 EMA kind of lines up with it. So this makes a really beautiful ascending triangle, right? So now we're just going to go into wedge theory. I call it wedge theory like this. And the best example to give you is the one on EOS, okay? So check out EOS, for example, on a 4-hour view at the beginning of time. This is just basic wedge theory, okay? Now check this out. You guys are going to be blown away if you don't know this already, okay? This is awesome stuff, okay? So take notes if you guys don't know about wedges in general, okay? So we're going to go into here. We're going to lock the screen, and then we're going to draw a wedge in here as best as we possibly can. And that would most likely be something like that, I would say, okay? something like that, and also something like this as well. Okay, now we're going to draw a base range. Just get like a box in here, or maybe this one here. Take the average of where all of this is, around right here. Just drag it out to right around here. Okay. Well, I'm actually doing it wrong. I'm supposed to be taking this range right there. Alrighty, I'll do right where the 55 EMA is, around here. Just a general idea, okay? Just bring it to right around there. And what you guys will find is that if I take a horizontal line here, for example, okay, it kind of does that, right? And EOS has done this a lot. So wedges, what you do is you take the base range of the wedge where the 55 EMA is, try to connect as many valid points as you can. Like here, it's pretty well drawn, right? It's fairly well drawn. I like to take the breakout. So what, you guys missed shorting it or whatever, right? It breaks out there. Then what you'll do is you'll add these coins to your tracker. You'll be like, hey, this could be a possible target right down here. And then you'll just wait for it. You'll wait for it. You'll wait for it. And you'll be like, hey, it actually started to level off here. Bam, I'm just going to start accumulating around the 47-50 cent range and then ride it. And then that's what you do, guys. That's what Ripple does as well, okay? So there are basically two possible things that it can do. It can possibly go up or it can possibly go down, obviously, right? But it can't go sideways anymore. The market is going to decide what is going to happen very soon. So I can just take a base range like here, for example, right? Just where the 55 EMA is roughly. Maybe that's too generous. So if I just did something like this, if it broke up, just a general target from $1.68 there, it could go up to about $2, right? And a general target as well is it can literally go back down to $1.36 as well. So that's one way to look at it. So what we have to acknowledge is I'm waiting for this breakout, and you know, people should be watching it as well because it will go up or it will go down. It's forming into this consolidation pattern right now. The volume's dying off, but it will pick up soon. Right now we are in such a neutral zone right now. A neutral zone is basically considered between 35 and 65. A bearish zone would be considered between low numbers. Like we're talking about, you know, 10, 15, 20s to about maybe 60 at most. And then a bullish zone is considered to a very high number, like the, you know, 80s, 90s that we've seen on impulse motive waves up, high numbers to maybe about 40 that it will go down to. And what we see right now is the market just consolidating after a massive uptrend, right? We see the market consolidating right now. There's no visible count yet until this breaks down. So I'm having a little bit of trouble counting the waves here. It's you know, yeah, it's difficult, put it that way. I'm not really sure if this is still an extended correction or if it's part of another type of correction or an impulsive wave up, right? But either way, we see that it has broken out of this beautiful flag that has been forming since the beginning of January, right? We see it break out of this flag right here, or this channel down here, and now it's trying to stay above this zone right here, right? What could be happening is, like, let's just it's hypothetical, all right, guys? Let's just say that this was, people would say, well, that was a very small third wave. Yeah, it could have been a third wave. Or that could have been the ABC right here, right? The ABC, and all of this is also, I'm just extrapolating, okay? This is just like guessing. Like that could be wave 1, that could be wave 2, this could be wave 3, guys, like 4 and 5 up there as well, where all of this is making a 1 substructure, right? That's 1, that's 2, right? That could be, you know, 3, whatever, up there, 4 and 5, like that. And that all makes part of subwave 3 here, of the primary. Or these 5 subwaves make the third subwave there. So right now, all that we're doing is waiting to see failure, right? We're waiting to see failure. If this one right here, because this clearly makes 5 waves up, right? This clearly makes 5 waves up right there. So what we're seeing, is it going to make more waves, or is it going to fail? So right now, we're trying to see if it's going to fall below this 0.1 where it originally began there. So that's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is that it could be an ABC correction, right? And an ABC correction is like this. Whoops. An ABC correction is like this. So you get your 5 impulse waves up. So there's so many different ways to look at it. This is why TA is very subjective, right? And it comes down to the individual person as well, it's very skill-based, put it that way. I'm not saying I'm skilled, but I'm saying that it's one of those things that you have to refine over time and backtest, and you have to continuously keep doing it until something proves right. And there's no like Bible exactly on how to do TA like specifically, right? It's just a matter of having a lot of different skills and employing them. So you get your 5 waves like this, right? And then you get your A, B, C. A, you get your B, and then you get your C like this. Within A to B, right there, there's actually, I'm not going to denote it properly, so the people that are saying something about it, don't worry about it. This should be a small a, small a, small a, small b, and small c. So there's a 3-wave substructure in there, right? So what, maybe, just maybe, who knows, right? This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we're counting it entirely wrong here, right? There's probably 5 waves there that we don't see. 3, 4, and that's 5 right there. And this is still doing an ABC as well. You know, it's still going to do an ABC, something like that. And then it's going to do even extended sell-offs. So this is very long term. Like, we're talking days to weeks ahead. But what I'm more concerned about in the immediate term is what the heck is going to happen right here? What the heck is going to happen right here? If it retraces, right, if it breaks upwards, awesome. I'm going to buy into strength, right? 168, right around there. If it breaks upwards, wicked, 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 even better, right? However you want to draw this as well, just something that wedges into this, you know, around the 55 EMA. But if it breaks down, because this is a wave right here to me, right? This is a wave to me, 1, 2, right? And I see this as a subwave. Well, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna take my Fibonacci first of all. Take my Fibonacci. I'm gonna see if it's gonna retrace to a more bearish Fibonacci number. Fibonacci, like, you know, 618.5, maybe even down here a little bit. If it retraces to one of these zones and it levels off, great, we found support, and it might actually be an actual subwave, right? That it's going to break upwards. But if we retrace to this level right here, I would be very scared. I'd be super scared at $1.26. And then we also have to keep an eye on Bitcoin as well, right? If we retrace to here, that implies we have retraced 100% of this impulse wave going up right there. And 100% implies it's a failure. And then we will get extended corrections down over here. So those are some key things to watch out for. 168, if we break it, bam. As long as we break 168 and we close above 168, okay? So notice these ones here, they break 168, but they don't close above 168. If you guys have missed my candlestick tutorial, please check it out. I think it's tutorial number 2 in my list of 11 or 12 that I have there. You guys should check out my tutorial list. It's got a lot of good things on there, like risk management. It's got just Fibonacci in general, like Fibonacci extensions, retracement, how to short, how to margin trade, how to leverage. Just a bunch of goodies, like how to read MACD, RSI, like, or how I see it at least, right? And how I use it. So once again, guys, 168, if we fall to a bullish zone still between the 618 Fibonacci number, which is $1.42 and say $1.52 at the 382 fib range, and we show support, wicked, gonna go long on it, right? As long as Bitcoin is also doing the same thing. And then if we fall to this region, like the 126 range, like below where the impulse wave started, let's be a little bit worried, okay? Let's be a little bit worried. So so yeah, like this is not 5 waves. I can't count 5 waves in here anywhere up there individually. Can you guys? I mean, the only thing maybe, like if I take the Fibonacci extension, okay, just as an example, if I take Fibonacci extension of there to here, well, the next wave, the 3rd wave up, hasn't even done. So I've thought of it. It hasn't even done a 1-to-1 extension. So wave 1 is the shortest, or wave 3 is the dinkiest. This can't make sense in this scenario. I thought of this one as well, right? I thought of this one as well, but then I thought to myself, no, wave 5 just cannot be that short because wave 3 was just too short in general. Wave 1 couldn't have exhausted the entire strength. Not only that, there's no spike really in volume for these waves up compared to the first one up. Therefore, it only leaves me to conclude that this is a wave 1, that's a 2, and this is a sub-wave 1 of a possible 3. Therefore, we're waiting to see if this breaks in here. And that is going to happen, guys, in the next 3-4 hours. And I am just waiting. I am so excited to short it if it goes down. I'll short it to a reasonable level if it finds support. If not, awesome, I'll ride it down to over here and we break. And I'll probably close my position here, right? And then see if we bounce off of here or get close to a one-to-one extension, maybe 99.5, who knows, right? We might find support in these regions. We might find support in these regions right here where there's price activity. The only thing to watch for that I'm watching for is the MACD on a little bit of a higher time frame today. This one's still down ticking. It doesn't make sense to buy into it right now unless you're trying to catch the bottom, which is, you know, there's many strategies. You can ask yourselves, what kind of player do I want to be? Do I want to be the player that's going to try to guess the bottom and try to catch the absolute bottom, right? Or do I want to be the kind of trader that's going to wait for confirmation first of a reversal before entering a position, or wait for confirmation of a direction? So myself, I'm kind of a combination of both, but for scalping, right? I definitely try to catch the top and I definitely try to catch the bottom rather than waiting for confirmation. Now to holding a scalp position, that's determined by confirmation. So it's kind of a series of events. So keep an eye out for these levels, guys. These are my quick thoughts on Ripple. If you guys enjoy these videos, I'd appreciate a quick upvote on Steemit. If it has helped you in one way or another, please like, subscribe, and share it to my social media content on Twitter and on YouTube. I'll see you guys later. I'm excited for Ripple. Lots of potential here soon. Take it easy.